Arathusa and Djuma Game Reserve here in Sabi Sands, which is in the fantastic South Africa. With me this morning I've got Hayden Turner, my name's Alex, and behind the camera we've got young Jason here. Yeah, it's a glorious morning in South Africa. The weather's just nice and cool. The sun's peeking through the clouds in the back behind us. Just a quick recap on yesterday. We found two fantastic leopards. Tingana, which is the first time I've seen him. He was an absolute beautiful big male leopard, about 8 years old. He'd pulled a catch up a tree, which was a young zebra. So we were fortunate to spend some time with him. And then yesterday afternoon we found the queen of Djuma. That's Karula. Absolutely stunning specimen of leopard, so elegant. We were fortunate to spend about an hour with her, just following her through the bush and just watching her, just stalk around and just look for a potential dinner. But yeah, it was a fantastic day yesterday, and hopefully we'll see some more leopard today. But as usual, you can never predict what's going to be out in the bush, and we'll just take a nice drive through, and we'll see what we can see.
I think we should go up and see where that leopard was yesterday.
Oh, definitely.
I think so.
For certain, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Jason's nodding his head from behind there. Let's hit it.
Now you'll have to excuse me. I'm still learning these roads, so I've got my trusty sat nav sat to my left.
You will be fine, buddy. We'll be fine together. We'll make a plan. We'll get there in the end.
Yeah. That's one thing about the South African bush. You always have to make a plan.
Absolutely. Beautiful sunshine coming through now.
It's always stunning.
So at the moment Pete was just about to shoot off, and we have another little hiccup with our wonderful Jigger the vehicle that he drives. So he's just having a tinker with that, but I'm sure he'll be on the road very, very soon. And whilst he's doing that, we'll just go up and have a look to see if we can find or have any sort of sign or track of Tingana, and then hopefully he'll be able to come up and have a look as well. Because he sat there last night for some time, which was fantastic, and I'm sure he gave you loads of information about the kill and etc. But he'll be on the road soon, and I'll make sure, or Alex will make sure, sorry, I'm not used to sitting in this seat. Alex will make sure that you guys know exactly what's going on.
Excuse me.
No worries.
Okay, so zero.
Yeah, that's Zoe's road up there. So I think if we've got any chance of seeing a leopard, we've got a chance of seeing it with this man right here, Eagle Eye Alex. Yesterday we were just driving past Karula and he just saw her out the corner of his eye. It was fantastic spotting. So if that's the way you start the way you mean to carry on, I do always say, sir.
We'll try and keep that momentum going. Now, if you've got any questions or any comments, just you can tweet us at #SafariLive, or you can send us an email to questions at wildearth.tv. That's wildearth.tv. Sorry, I just thought I saw something out the corner of my eye, but it was a tree trunk.
Ah, the old tree trunks.
Yeah, the elephant tree trunk.
Tree trunks that look like whatever you want them to be.
Sorry, could you repeat that, please? Sorry, I didn't catch that. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you very much for your comments, Jan, on Twitter. We will try and find a leopard for you this morning. But yeah, we'll do our best for you. Thank you. Right, it's a bit far away actually.
We were just stopping there, folks. There's a lovely herd of giraffe down here, but they're a fair way into the bush, so I think we might come back for them. If Alex decides to do a bit of a loop, we might cross them again. But I think the most important thing he wants to get to this morning is up to see leopard, if Tingana is still there. Hey, mate.
You never know. Karula may still be in the area as well. Very fortunate, but you never know with these cats.
Yep.
Yesterday was the first time I've seen leopard in probably 8-9 months, so yeah, I was very excited to see Tingana, to say the least. And then when we saw Karula, that was just spine tingling. Such an elegant, beautiful cat. Seems pretty quiet at the moment. The animals are still keeping a bit of cover from the night before everything starts to warm up. Definitely always worth checking up in the trees, just in case, because you never know, there may be a leopard just perched up there. Oh, there we go, ladies and gents. Just go to about my 10 o'clock. We've got a big pussycat.
Probably coming around this way, yeah.
Just way in.
Yeah, you're going to have to back up and go through there, I think.
I'm just going to sort of route. Okay, I can go back through there. Okay, I'm just going to try and get a bit closer in there, guys. try and get notes. I'm going to try and get the coverage there. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm going to have to swipe those. Moving. Okay, it looks like that's Tingana again, guys. The big male we saw yesterday. About 8 years old, was it? Just over 8 years old? Yeah. Such a fantastic specimen, yeah. He's just completely and utterly relaxed. He really is. Those eyes are just absolutely astounding. So piercing. Yeah, that looks to me like it is Tingana. What a fantastic guy. So powerful and agile. Wow. Okay, let's see if we can follow him. We'll just wait for the other vehicles to go past. They were here first, so it's only right that they've got the right of way. You're good. Okay, he's just gone into the thickets just ahead of us. We'll try and keep up with him. Okay, just trying to decide which way to go. He's gone into some undergrowth, and I'm just trying to watch where the other vehicle's going. But we're gonna take a right. But me and Hayden got a gut feeling. What's that?
Right behind the tree. There you go. There you go.
See him? Yeah, just there. No, there he goes. How's that for camouflage, ladies and gentlemen? Just going to look forward a bit so Jason might be able to get a slightly better shot. Okay, there we go. Now you can see how camouflaged that is. If we hadn't seen it before that, there was no way we would have been able to see it. Camouflage, absolutely perfect camouflage. Now this guy will have spent most of the evening just kind of protecting his kill, maybe going up the tree again, just having a little nibble now and again.
Isn't he magnificent? What a boy.
More than likely Tingana would have spent most of the night just kind of hanging around his kill, just having a bit of a nibble now and again, just making sure that you know, it was safe and secure, and there's no other potential scavengers available to kind of just steal it from him after that hard work. all that hard work that he took, obviously taking the zebra down, and then that massive exertion of dragging it up the tree. So, how's that for a start for the morning, ladies and gentlemen?
Happy days.
Yeah, happy days. Happy days.
The only thing that I'm not happy about is Pete's not here.
Yeah.
And that's...
He must be having kittens that we're seeing all these leopards without him. Bless him.
He waited so long for him last night, and this cat is eluding him, but we'll definitely check where Pete is, because I really want Pete to see this individual.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be up and running soon. I'm sure it will be. Such a magnificent animal, he really is. He's probably going to spend the next couple of days, maybe, well, depending on how much of that zebra is left, he'll spend a bit more time in the area, taking his time over his kill, obviously defending it in case there are any other scavengers or any other leopards that decide that they want to take a nibble out of it. But would you guys really want to mess with him? No, he's too big. Absolute beast of a cat. Pound for pound, the strongest cat in Africa. Now, we can't quite see the top line whisker markings, which is the easiest method to ID a leopard. But just from earlier sightings that I had yesterday, and just from the, I suppose, the behaviour that we were watching yesterday and the location, that's how we. Okay, just from the whisker recognition, that's the easiest way that we can spot a leopard. But unfortunately, from this view, we can't really get a clear view of the whisker spots. But just from the location and the behaviour that we saw yesterday, and the close proximity to the kill that was dragged up the tree, we're pretty much 99% certain that this is Tingana. But if anybody watching back home wants to double check, then obviously please feel free. Good morning, Rita. Yes, we are fairly close to the zebra. Can't quite see it from. Okay, sorry, Rita. I will try and project a bit more. Yes, we are quite close to where Tingana stashed his zebra up the tree. We can't see it really from where we are at the moment, but yeah, we are probably about 50-60 meters away from where he stashed the zebra. So yes, thank you, Rita. We are very close. Okay, good morning, Kim, on Twitter. Thank you for sending us a message in. Tingana is, he is one of the dominant males in the area. Obviously, you've got the big boy Mvula, if I pronounce that correctly, which is the Shangaan for water, I believe. Yeah, those two are the big boys in the area, and I think Tingana's kind of on the edge of his territory. So, yeah, I mean, he's maybe risking a little bit, but yeah, he's on the edge of his territory, but him and Mvula are the big boys, the big dominant males in this area. And getting in between those two in a territorial dispute would not be advisable. That would it'd be spectacular to see, but oof, it wouldn't be that pretty. But yeah, this guy is one of the big dominant males in the area, bordering territory probably with Mvula. And thank you for your question. That's a great one. There is something about the eyes of a big predator. Yep. Okay, good morning to Virginia all the way in Kentucky. Hope you're doing well this morning, or is it good evening where you are? Not too sure on the time difference. I think it's good evening where you are. Yeah, I mean, your question was to see will Tingana if he's just on the hunt, or is he looking for a mate? To be honest, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously he did make that kill yesterday, dragged it up the tree. And he is kind of hanging around the area to protect his kill, just to make sure nobody does steal it from him. But also as well, we did see Karula in the area yesterday, very close to where Tingana. Sorry, get my Karulas and my Tinganas mixed up. Yeah. Sorry, Tingala. So there is a potential that he was. Hanging around for to have a potential rendezvous, should we put, with Karula, because they were spotted in the area quite close together, so that is a possibility. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see in the next couple of months, 3 months or so, see what happens with Karula. She may well have another litter of cubs, but we'll have to wait and see. But predominantly, I think this guy was just kind of patrolling his territory. And just having just seeing what food was available and just having a hunt. But thank you for your question, Virginia. That's a great one. There's something about the eyes of a predatory cat. They're just so piercing. So I mean, they're probably roughly about the same size, give or take 10 kilos, which does still sound quite a lot, but yeah, I mean, both these guys are still fairly sizable and fairly evenly matched, but yeah, I'd say Tingana, well, Will says that Tingana's probably about 10 kilos lighter than Mvula, so yeah, both big, absolutely monstrous cats. Thank you for your question, that's a really interesting one. Just peeking through the bushes, just keeping a little eye on us. He's absolutely stunning. He really is absolutely stunning. Okay. Good morning, Pam. Pam, all the way in Phoenix, Arizona. Yes, we are still quite near the quite near Tingana's kill. The kill was probably about between 50 and 60 meters away, so he's still in quite close proximity. So he's you know, he'll go back up the tree, have a little nibble, come back down, and just basically keeping an eye on his prize, as it were. So yeah, he is still in the close proximity of his kill. Thank you very much for your question, Pam in Phoenix. Hopefully when Pete and Jigger are up and running again, hopefully Tingana will still be in the area, which he should probably still be, so hopefully that'll give Pete an excellent opportunity to get his leopard fix. That was a nice big sigh from him. I think Tingana's going to be flat cat around here for 1 or 2 days yet. So yeah, hopefully Pete will get a very, very good chance of seeing him. What a brilliant way to start the day though, guys. So Jan, if you're still watching, Yeah, we did manage to find leopard for you this morning. There we go. Just raising his head, just to see what's about. Just that shot there, you can just see how much strength he's got in his neck and shoulders. He uses that strength just to pull his prey up into the safety of a tree. Such a powerful animal.
Cheers, good morning. Cheers, mate. Cheers, bud. Cedric.
Right guys, I'm just going to move because I haven't really got a great view of him. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move around and then hopefully we can get a slightly better view of him. So just bear with me 2 seconds. Try and do this as gently as possible so as not to cause him any alarm. might be able to get him just a bit further on. There we go. Shame that branch is in the way. These big cats are so, well, they're habituated, so they're used to the vehicles coming up fairly close, so we're not disturbing him. He's just, he's completely and utterly relaxed. Completely relaxed with us being here. I hope you guys watching at home or at school, or if you're being a bit naughty and watching at work, I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as we are here. This is fantastic. Absolutely superb. Just got one of the other vehicles coming in. Okay guys, I think Tingana's pretty much going to be here for quite a lot of the day. He's going to be in this area still, protecting his kill, just making sure that nobody really, well, nobody, I mean, by nobody I mean any of the other leopards in the area, or any of the scavengers actually get their paws, jaws or claws on his kill. So if you don't mind guys, I think we'll go for a bit of a drive, because there are some more of the other vehicles from the area wanting to come in and view them, so obviously we want everybody to have their fair share. So hopefully, if you guys don't mind, we'll go for a bit of a drive and see what else is around. Okay. Is that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were crossing all the way from Follow Road all the way across
Beautiful.
Okay, thank you. Brilliant, thank you. Doing your job for you.
We're getting the radio sorted on this Friday. I think we are. Good one, mate.
Okay, enjoy.
Have a good day, guys. Well, that is, as Alex said, a pretty nice start to the day. Leopard first thing, and the guides on these two reserves are fantastic. We try and share, we share everything. Just got a little bit of a tricky problem with the radio on Ellie at the moment, which we're getting sorted out on Friday, so we'll have really good comms with all the guides. But the whole protocol is that, you know, you bring as many guides in, only 3 at a time, 3 vehicles maximum on, particularly on these guys, the cats, and then we would make sure that we rotate that fairly and just move on. There's no one else coming up other than that vehicle. So it's a really great thing that people share everything. Now, what the other guides have just told us is there's a lovely herd of breeding herd of buffalo coming along this road right towards the end where we saw Karula yesterday. So we're going to head up and have a look at that, aren't we, mate?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Buffalo. I'm a bit partial to buffalo, so to see a big breeding herd is pretty nice. That was great, mate.
Okay, just had sorry, I'm going to have to look over my shoulder and answer questions whilst I'm driving. We just had an email from Anne. Anne's in Rhode Island. Good morning, Anne. Hope you're doing well. Anne's question was, do big cats have... Anne's question is, do big cats have retractable claws, just like the smaller domesticated cats? The answer is yes, Anne. They do have retractable claws, apart from the cheetah, which only has partially retractable claws. But yeah, most of the big cats, such as your lions, your leopards, obviously your jaguars, your servals, your caracals, they've all got retractable claws, just like your domesticated cats. Very interesting question that though, Anne. A little bit more on the cheetah. Oops, excuse the bumps, ladies and gents. A bit more on the cheetah. The cheetah don't have the retractable claws because when they're moving at such high speed, they use those claws as a grip, so they're able to turn in such sharp directions when they're moving at such rapid pace, such a rapid pace. But yeah, in short, the majority of your big cats do have retractable claws, just like your moggies back home. So, Anne, thank you for your question. Hope that's cleared that one up for you. Now, yesterday when Hayden and I were in this area, we did come across a smallish herd of impala, and they had some brand new out-of-the-box babies with them. So, oh, and yeah, if you guys look just to your left, about 10 or 11 o'clock. There's 3 tiny little baby impala just sat there, just chilling out. So this is what we would call a nursery herd. So you've got a group of females with maybe 1 or 2 males just lingering on the outskirts, looking after all the youngsters. I can only see 3 at the moment. Obviously there will probably be more births within the next couple of days or next coming weeks, but all these impala will be roughly born around the same time. So sweet and so small, you could almost put them in your pocket. Just those long, long, thin little legs. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful creatures, absolutely beautiful. Now these guys, when they're born, it's usually about 20 minutes, half an hour before they're up and running about. Now they need to be up and mobile fairly quickly because obviously of all the predation in the area. So I mean, we've got Tingana, who's literally, we've obviously got Tingana, who's just around the corner. So I mean, any predators in the area, they'll take full advantage of any newborns, because they'll still be a little bit unsteady on the feet. So that's probably one of the main reasons, well, probably the main reason why Sorry, as I was saying, I don't think people could hear me properly. One of the main reasons why newborns have to be up on their feet and running around so quickly after being born is just to ensure that you know, if there are any predators in the area, they can escape, they can flee, and they can basically keep themselves out of trouble and out of danger, and as well keep up with mum when she's wandering off looking for food. Oh, there's a little bit of an alarm snort. That's why everybody's ears pricked up just then. Not sure if the camera would have been able to pick that up. But all these impala have just suddenly got a little bit of a twitch in their ears, and they're just being a little bit more vigilant. I think me and Hayden definitely have something in common. I've got a big soft spot for antelope as well. Such elegant creatures. Okay, guys, if it's okay with you, we'll leave these guys just to chill, and we'll go for a little drive, and we'll see if we can find that big breeding herd of buffalo that Hayden's definitely very keen on seeing.
Absolutely. They're beautiful, aren't they?
Okay, I'm just going to give them a bit of a wide berth as well, because obviously they're not as used to the vehicle as their parents are, and Mum's just going to be a little bit more skittish because she's going to be wanting to make sure that nothing harms these babies. So we'll just give them a bit of a wide berth. So if it does get a bit bumpy, I'd apologise. And as we're going past, this will be a good example to see the white flashes on the backs of the tails of the mothers, or just sorry, the undersides. It's they use this as a follow me sign for the well, not just for the babies but for the rest of the herd, just to basically say I'm over here. This is a good safe way to go. So tiny. Look at them. Lovely morning so far.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's really cool, folks. The temperature, we'll probably be able to get a check from Will, who's our director in control room this morning.
I think we should have a little bet and
see what the temperature is.
Yeah.
I think it's about probably 19, I reckon.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna go low. I'm gonna go lower than you for a change. I'm gonna 17. I'm gonna say.
Let's see what we get back. But there's a beautiful bit of cloud cover over there. The sky looks fantastic. It's a beautiful day to be in Africa.
It's always a beautiful day to be.
Absolutely.
So sorry, forgot to ask Jason. What's your guesstimation?
I think I'm going to go on 19 as well. 19,
Oh,
20.
okay.
So you've got competition now here, Alex.
I'm being ganged up on here. Just got another vehicle coming. I'm just going to pull off the road and just let them squeeze past. Morning, mate. How's it?
Morning. How are you?
Good, good.
Greg. Hi.
All right, nice to meet you, Greg. There's Tingana just down there.
Okay, yeah.
Not too far.
Thanks. Where's that leopard sighting?
Yeah, just down there.
Is
Yeah.
that-
Follow him down towards Impala Plains.
Okay, thanks very much.
He's got a kill stash up in the tree on the right hand side, and then just a bit further past that he's on the left.
Thank you. Thanks. Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers,
Great,
guys.
nice guys.
Bye.
Definitely always nice to share information. Oh, hold on, we've got a result come through.
Well done. 17.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, temperature is 17, so I seem to have a knack for finding leopards and the temperature. And now I've said that, I'm never going to see a leopard again. But yeah, okay, thank you, Will. Thanks for getting back to me on that one. And that's 62.5 Fahrenheit for those of you that work in Fahrenheit. Just had an email from Mars in Tucson, Arizona. I hope I said that correct. Is it Tucson or yeah? Okay. Mars's question. She was asking what the strategy of the Impala is with leaving their leaving their young, well, the young lambs out in the open. Well, Miles, impalas are very reliant on their sight and hearing as a means of defence and protecting predators. So when they're in the open, they've got a better chance of seeing predators, and being so fleet-footed as they are and so nimble, they've got quite a good chance of outrunning something if they can see it coming from a fair distance away. So yeah, that's one of the main reasons why they prefer to keep their lambs out in the open. So they've got a good view, a good perspective, and a good all-round view. So if they do need to get away quickly, they've got as much time as possible just to start that process of evading their potential predators. So yeah, thank you for that question, Miles. That's a very, very, very interesting question. Thank you. On the left, let's see. Oh, and ahead. We're just coming up to this breeding herd of buffalo. Let's get a good view, and then I'll finish your question, Bob. Let's try and not get too much into the middle of them, because obviously we don't want to disrupt them too much. Well, no, we don't want to disrupt them at all. Let's get a nice clear view for you guys, and then we'll spend a little bit of time with these buffs. Oh, there's some very young ones as well. A little bit more forward. This is a huge herd. Yeah, as I was saying, Bob, yeah, obviously I think HT is going to be my sat nav until I learn these roads, but the problem with using Hayden in comparison to the TomToms is I can't change his accent.
Everyone's a comedian on this vehicle.
Well, I'm trying to be a comedian anyway.
The Australian accent is a little bit tricky sometimes to understand.
This is a nice big herd of, breeding herd of buffalo. You can have some nice examples of the males, and you can see a good example of both the male and female, so you'll be able to see quite good examples of the differentiation between them, where the males have got the nice big boss in the middle of their head, which protects them from when they're sparring or fighting, and the females have still got a bit of a boss, but obviously it's not as pronounced, and it's still covered with the fine layer of hair. Can't get my words out this morning. Just ambling through the bush. Jason, if you just pan a smidge to your right, you might get a good view. Sorry, Jason, if you just pan slightly to your right, you might get a good. Yeah, that'll do. Might get a good view of some of the young ones just making their way through. Now, what the breeding herds or the herd of buffalo will generally try and do, they'll try and keep all the young ones and the small ones kind of concentrated into the middle of the herd. This is a defense tactic, so if there's anything that's potentially going to interrupt them, they'll have this an outside border of buffalo, as it were, that anything will have to actually try and get through, which, to be fair, you don't really want to mess with something that's that large and strong. And these guys are classed as one of the big five. So they're in the same league, or the same sort of categories, well, as strength as your elephants and your lions, and of course your leopard, who we were so fortunate to see this morning. That's a good example of a female there for you. good example. Sorry guys, I hope you don't mind, but I'm also going to take a couple of pictures.
These guys are very efficient feeders. They've got massive cheek teeth and a broad bite of incisors and that prehensile tongue, and I always mention that because it is prehensile. It reaches out and grabs bunches of that long grass and pulls it back into the mouth. So they're effective and efficient feeders, and they're just walking through the woodland here, grazing as they go, making their way potentially to a water point. We will see, but they're definitely on the move, and why not eat and move at the same time?
Definitely. Okay, I'm going to turn around in a few minutes, but just before I do, we've had a question from Natalie in California. Natalie's just asking if I, or any of the other guys really, I suppose, the question's relating to them as well, have ever had a situation where we've had an animal charging the vehicle, or even ourselves. It's a very good question, Natalie. I mean, it's as part of our training, in our experience, we don't want to either put ourselves, or more importantly, the animals into a situation where they feel that they're threatened or have to defend themselves. So we always try and ensure that we respect the space of the animal, we're not interfering with their natural behaviour, and just basically we're not antagonising them or making them feel threatened. So, or giving them a reason where they feel that they have to defend themselves or attack. So, I mean, personally, I've been fortunate enough never to actually have an encounter with an animal that has felt threatened. But as part of our ongoing, one of the main reasons we are guides, and we take people out on safaris, is to ensure not only their safety but the safety of the animals. So we're always making sure that we give the animals enough space, so they're not feeling threatened, and giving them a reason not to give them a reason where they feel that they have to defend themselves. I mean, animals have various zones, as it were, that they've got various toleration zones. So they've got like an awareness zone where they'll let you know that that you're watching them, and a comfort zone where they're aware that you're in. They're aware that you're watching them, and they're perfectly comfortable with you being in that particular area. And then if you get a bit closer, they'll give you a bit of a warning. So that's the area that that you need to be more careful. You need to be more careful. You need to be more careful and be a bit more respectful. Well, obviously you've got to be respectful of the animal, full stop. But this warning zone is where it's kind of getting towards the area where the animal's a little bit uncomfortable with you being in that proximity to them. And then of course you get the critical area, or the attack zone, which is where you've gotten too close. The animal is going to give you a bit of a nasty rush, and it's within that comfort zone that we try and stay, or even on the outskirts of that comfort zone. So we're watching the animals, and we're trying not to disturb their natural behaviour at any point. So Natalie, I hope that answered your question. Thank you. That's a very, very good question. I'm sure it's something that Hayden, Peter, and every other guide, not just in South Africa but around the world, they want to respect the animals. They want to ensure that we're not intimidating or disturbing the animal's natural behaviour. But yeah, thank you. That's a very, very good question. Thank you for that one. Yeah. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to do a quick turnaround. We're going to try and follow these buffs again and see if we can get them crossing the road for you. So just bear with us while I'm turning around.
A nice herd, wasn't it?
Very, very nice herd. Nice big herd. I mean, we probably saw about 40, 50 animals there,
and there may be some more ahead,
that's potentially, excuse me, potentially only the back end of the herd.
Yep.
I'm just gonna creep past these guys. We'll just try and get ahead of them. Just moving at a nice gentle pace, so we're not too startled.
There's definitely a couple of hundred there. Everywhere you look through the woodland there, this beautiful open sort of little bit of riverine woodland here. There's buffalo right throughout.
It's quite deep. Way to the top of that road?
Yeah, I think so, mate. They look like they're a bit static at the moment, though.
Just going to swing it right down here, and hopefully we'll get a nice viewing as they cross the road.
The pathfinder is just there.
Hayden's just spotted one of what we call pathfinders. These guys pretty much lead the herd through the thickets, finding the best grasses to eat and where the water is. So these guys are responsible for finding the paths, basically. That's why they call them pathfinders. Just leading the herd through the undergrowth.
Yeah. So they're just coming up there.
Pull back a little bit. Just give them a bit of space and hopefully they'll come through these thickets. Probably not a very clear view at the moment, guys, but just start to see the herd meandering through the trees and just coming towards us. Yeah, you can just start to see the herd meandering through the trees, just making their way slowly up to the road. Now there is a dam not too far from here, so these guys are probably just making their way, just to have a wander down to the dam and have a bit of a early morning drink in the sunshine. Some of these guys have got some spectacular horns on them. Also, that's quite a cool name, Pathfinder.
I reckon we should just move back a little tiny bit, because I think they're deciding which way to go. We're just in their pathway, and that pathfinder is that probably one of those bigger, older cows, or at the front there. We just move back a little bit. I think it might be seeming like we're moving out of shot, folks, but they will then walk in front of us.
There's a few more just here. Actually, if we sit here, it might be okay, do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, we're just going to switch off here, guys, and just going to switch off here for a bit, and then with a bit of luck, these herd will just peacefully just pass us. Well,
I think they've actually changed direction, so we may have to back up a little bit more. I think it's just a guess, but
yeah, they have.
I think they're slightly changing direction by themselves, not because of us. There's a pathfinder. See what happens.
Superb. It's just very tranquil just sitting here watching them. Looks like we've got a standoff. This is excellent sliding, guys, but some of these buffs are, what, maybe 5-10 metres away from us. We're just just being nice and quiet and just letting them pass us. One or two are just having a bit of a smell, just to make sure we're not nipping. Some of these buffs are only about between 5 and 10 metres away from us, so we're just sitting here nice and peacefully, just letting the herd pass us. I'm just going to turn around, guys, 2 seconds. Ooh, hello. Good fly.
Maybe down yeah. They have a fearsome reputation, but at the same time, incredibly wonderful to watch. As long as we don't get out of the vehicle.
So I was just looking at some tracks or some spoor. Yeah, sorry, I stopped there. I was just looking at some tracks or some spoor, which you guys have heard from Peter and Hayden referring to quite a lot. Spoor is the Afrikaans word meaning signs, really. It's not just relating to animal tracks. It's any signs of dung or activity. So it could be broken branches, any fur, any signs of basically any signs of an animal moving through its territory or its home range can be classified as spoor. And I just saw some tracks back there. It's definitely cat-like. Didn't really get too much of a good look at it, but it was definitely a large cat. But there's only usually 2 large cats that are around here. But, it's one of those, and the tracks were heading in the opposite direction. But what we'll do is we'll head down to one of these downs, just have a look around and just see what we can see. He's moving. I'm going to get a quick shot of him. Nice. We've got a nice big waterbuck there. Nice big male waterbuck. He's just gone behind a tree, which is typical. We'll just move on a little bit, might get a little view of him. Not a great view, guys, sorry. Such a picturesque road to drive down.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
we've just had an email from John in Arkansas. Good morning, John. Hope you're doing well. John's question, he's asking if we've seen any of the fruit on the sausage tree. To be honest, John, since we've been here, I've not seen any, but I've just come from KwaZulu-Natal, which is a little bit further south than where we are at the moment. And round there, I've seen plenty of sausage trees with their fruit. It's a fantastic long fruit. It's obviously the size varies, and the fruits of the sausage tree, the flowers on the sausage tree, they're almost this kind of crimson burgundy colour. They're absolutely stunning. And these flowers, they actually hang almost upside down, and the sausage tree, the fruit of the sausage tree, and they'll also make a slit on their, how can I put it delicately, their fruit of the sausage tree, and the longer the fruit of the sausage tree grows, I think you can work out the rest for yourselves. Whether that's true or not is a different story, but I definitely don't want to try that one out for myself. But yeah, John from Arkansas, that's a great question. Yeah, if we do see any sausage trees, we'll be sure to have a look at the fruit and get a good view for you. Okay, thank you for your question, John. Hippos at the step. We're just going to take a quick right.
Yeah.
So just have a bit of a poke around, a bit of a mooch. See what we can see. I love this 4x4. So much fun to drive. Definitely going to be a warm one. Excuse the bumps. back a little bit for you. Lovely Nyala bulls there, some beautiful boys. Now these guys look very, very, very different to the female Nyalas. Sometimes you wouldn't almost believe that they're the same species. Females are well, not a lot smaller. They're a little bit smaller than these guys and completely different coloration. They're more of a soft, gingery, almost rust sort of colour. And obviously you can see from the males they're like a bit of a dusty grey colour. They've still got a bit of a gingerish, rusty colour to the lower half of their legs. So it almost looks like they're wearing socks. He's just gone behind that knob thorn. Okay, those guys have gone for a little wander into the bush. Now, one of the interesting things about the Nyala species, obviously with different sized animals you get like a differentiation between the names of the male and female. So you get like the cows and the bulls and the rams and the ewes. Now with Nyala, they're kind of in the middle. So you get a Nyala bull and you get a Nyala ewe. So it's a bit of a interesting level of variation.
Yeah, that is interesting.
There is a bit of an interesting story about the Nyala as well. When the settlers first came to southern Africa, they asked the local inhabitants when they saw this Nyala, saying, "What is it? What's it called?" And the local inhabitants didn't really kind of get what they were trying to, the question that they were asking them. They actually were kind of thinking, okay, well, they saw the Nyala and they were asking what it's called. Is it called John? Is it called Hayden? Is it called Jason? But they were actually asking, what do you guys call it? As in like I don't know, like an impala or something like that. So the actual scientific name, which I can't quite remember off the top of my head, actually means I don't know. It's a translation of I don't know. So when they actually named it, it's I think it's Tragliathene something or other. Loosely translates as I don't know. A bit of a bizarre one, but
fantastic.
I think that's quite an amusing little
great
story.
Great story.
So maybe we should think of a name for all the male Nyalas. Okay, thank you, Will and Control. Yeah, Will's just been checking up on the scientific name for me, and he's given me a bit of a tongue twister. Oh, here we go. I struggle even saying the word statistic. I actually got it out there. Statistic. Oh, okay. Tragelaphus. Agassi, I think it is. That's the one. Angassi, Tragelaphus. Yeah, okay, we got there in the end, just about. morning, Marco. We just had an email from you this morning, just asking about the longevity of the buffalo. What's the usual or average lifespan of a buffalo? Marco, they usually live to about 18 to 20 years in the wild. Obviously, in captivity, where conditions are not as harsh, they'll live a bit longer. But yeah, usually about 18 to 20 years in the wild. Thank you for that, Marco. Good question. Right, I'm just going to get a nice view for Jason here. Just bear with me. I'm not sure if John from, I believe it was Arkansas, is still watching. If you are, John, got another little interesting fact for you about the sausage tree. Obviously, that's not a sausage tree, it's a hippo. Now, with hippos, I mean, everybody knows, well, not everybody knows, but hippos excrete like a pink substance from their skin, which actually acts as a bit of a sunblock on their skin. Now, hippos actually are known to feed on sausage trees. And there's a chemical within the sausage tree, within the fruit of the sausage tree, which actually helps with the production of this secretion, which acts as almost like a sun cream. But there's also something in that chemical which also acts as a bit of an antibiotic, a healing agent, as it were, for the hippo. So obviously, when hippos fight, they've got these big teeth. Which can cause substantial damage to each other, and it's these it's this substance within the secretion that they produce, which aids healing. Fantastic solution, fantastic substance. Now Jason's just panned down away from the hippo. He's just panned onto a water monitor lizard. Nice size water monitor lizard there. Now these guys will pretty much spend most of their day hanging around water holes, rivers. He's quite a nice size one. I have seen some that are a lot bigger, but he's just a nice size. Everybody's happy. Let's go for a little drive on and see what else we can see.
Lovely. It's really nice to see that water monitor there. Nice spotting, Jason. Jason and Brian and Liam are like our eyes in the sky, I always call them, because they're elevated a bit higher than us, and they get a bird's eye view of what's going on there.
Sorry, still learning my way around these roads.
That's okay, it's easy done, that one, mate.
Yeah, could have been a drive off a cliff there.
So yeah, it's great. The cameramen are a huge part of our team, and they spot things all the time as well.
Okay. We've just had a tweet from Suzanne on Twitter. She's watching the waterhole camera. She said she can see us, so we could have waved back there. Actually.
Go on, let's go back.
Let's go back and wave. Let's go back and wave.
Go.
Yeah, just want to find us a nice spot. Okay. Good morning, everybody.
Wave, Jace.
So we're watching them, watching us, watching them, watching us. here, yeah?
Yep. Just down there, mate. A little bit bumpy through here.
Okay, excuse the bumps, guys.
So Alex is heading towards Twin Dams, which is another really nice dam a little bit further down, and we might have a chance of seeing some animals drinking there. Starting to warm up a little bit, so they might be coming down for a morning drink. Definitely the cats will be pretty well holed up now in some shady spot. That being said, there's always exceptions to the rule, and generally speaking they'd probably be in a nice shady area getting out of this heat.
Flat catting.
Flat catting, exactly.
We've had a few people emailing and tweeting in asking what Peter's up to at the moment. He's back at our base camp, just trying to fix jigger basically. Hopefully it won't be anything too serious. He just had a bit of trouble starting this morning after we arrived at camp. So hopefully he'll be back on the roads and with us very soon, which I'm sure he will. I mean, he's one of these people that can turn his hand to anything. Yeah, he's inventive, I'm sure he'll have jigger back up and running very, very shortly. Hopefully by this afternoon. So yeah, he's just busy beavering away, making sure that jigger is up and running for you this afternoon. Always reminds me of a roller coaster a little bit. His favourite moggy, quarantine, male. So let's keep our fingers crossed, guys. Go away there.
No, no joy.
Unfortunately not. No, probably hear some go-away birds or some grey lories that were just flying over the top there, just going like whee, whee noise. I won't do that again, sorry. Now it's the grey lories and birds like that which always give us a nice little Now it's the grey lories and birds like that which always give us a nice little helping hand to try and find some birds that we get out here.
Beautiful. Nice one.
Just had a question from Barb G on Twitter. Good morning, Barb. Hope you're well. She's asking if I'm a full-time guide. The answer is yes, Barb. I am a full-time guide. This is my day and my night job. Yeah. So yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to be doing this sort of job. Get to work outside, be in the great outdoors, and get to see wildlife every day. It's an absolute pleasure. It really is. So in short, yes, yes, I am a full-time guide. Thank you for your question, Bob. Got a nice bachelor group of buffalo here. Nice big males. Just take a nice little morning bath. One in the front's just keeping a beady eye on us, just to make sure we're not going to pose any threat to them.
We see a lot of bachelor herds around this this water point. The breeding herds are quite a distance from where we are now, so a lot of the bachelor herds hang around this area. So these are bulls that are past their prime and have joined forces. There's safety in numbers, definitely, and joined forces, and will potentially spend the rest of their existence in either a bachelor group in 2s or 4s, or it may split off and change in its dynamic, but they probably won't be. They either be subordinate or young bulls, or old bulls past their prime. So the young bulls might go off and attempt to mate with females, but the older bulls that are past their prime will spend the rest of their time as bachelors.
Seriously impressive bosses on those guys. Very impressive bosses. I suppose the easiest way to describe the use of the boss is it's like a crash helmet. I mean, these guys will spar, they'll fight. Well, they will have done. They'll have sparred and fought for dominance, trying to compete for females. And those bosses, they'll protect the skull and obviously the brain underneath. So when those guys impact each other, they're coming together as some force. So that boss is an excellent protection for their heads. We're just going to do a bit of a lazy loop around the wall of the dam, get another view of these guys from a different angle, and then we'll see what else we can see behind them as well. Hope if I took the handbrake off.
Lovely, lovely buffalo.
There's a nice view for you. You can hear a little bit of vocalization from them as well. He's got a seriously impressive pair of horns on him. Very impressive pair of horns. Let's move on onto the top of the wall. Enjoy your day, guys. I'm not paying attention to my sat-nav, sorry.
I need to change my sat-nav for Alex.
If you can do a Yorkshire accent, that'd be appreciated. Nice big male elephant. We're just going to come around the corner a little bit. Obviously we're going to keep our distance because we don't know what state they're in. They may be in a slight state of must, so obviously we need to give them a bit more space and just respect their boundaries, as it were, a little bit more than we would do normally. A couple more just through there on our right, left even, sorry. But they're vocalising a little bit and just kind of making sure that we give them a bit of space. couple of small ones in there as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm just going to switch off for a minute, just to let them get a bit of distance between us. Just so we're not pressuring them.
And they are on their way to the dam by the looks of things. So we'll just tail them, eh? Sounds like a plan, mate.
Sounds like a good plan.
Nice one.
Just moving off, so we'll just let it get around the corner a little bit, and then we'll follow them at a nice distance. Gotta love the ellies.
Absolutely, they're so fantastic.
Got to also keep an eye out for any stragglers, any ones that are just following up from behind.
If we go down this road, they'll go that way, and then we can watch them come to the water. Fantastic. They will get very excited when it comes to the water. There's already a vehicle there. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice spot. It's a nice, nice bull there, isn't it, mate?
That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys can pick it up on the camera microphone, but the ellies are just doing a nice bit of vocalization, just socializing nicely.
We might reposition ourselves in a second.
Yeah, we're just going to let these guys get a bit settled down into the water, and then we're going to reposition just to give you a bit of a better view. There's an ellie just splashing around down there, having the time of his life. Well, her life, can't really tell from here, unfortunately.
It's a bit tricky, folks. We've got a bull in must, which means that he's sexually active. He's got a temporal gland behind his eye, secreting quite an amount of fluid at the moment, and we'll try and get a shot of that for you. But he's probably not going to be as tolerant at the moment of vehicles. So he's blocking the road where we could go down. And we've also got another bull behind him. So we want to try and, there's a little baby right down there.
Tiny.
Yeah, so we just have to keep our distance a little bit and respect, and there's also another vehicle that's been here before us. So it's all about respect and for the animals and other people. And they'll be here for a little bit.
This is a superb example of how elephants kind of bond and socialise and interact with each other. Absolutely superb. Sorry, as I was saying, this is a perfect example of how elephants bond and socialise and interact with each other. Absolutely superb. There's just one big ellie, just keeping an eye over the herd, just lingering out through the water. So we're just wait for that to move, and then we'll start to reposition and hopefully get a nice view for you guys, if that's okay. Have a quick loop round, see if we can get a better view for you guys. Good morning. There we go. That's superb. Absolutely superb. If you can see on the male on the right, you can see the
and just always important to keep your eyes in the back of your head, because this just came right behind us. And that is just beautiful. they move so silently, and you can have that mother and calf trailing behind the herd.
What a fantastic noise. Big bull on the right. You can just see the secretion, interesting, coming out of his temporal glands there. That's just showing that he's just has a bit of a high level of testosterone. And he's just pushing that other male just out of the way. Going to move forward a little bit for you guys, just so you can get a slightly better picture. Whilst he's flapping his ears, also just trying to kind of a bit of a show of dominance as well, just to make himself bigger. He's also cooling himself down. You can see the intricate network of capillaries and arteries that run through the back of his ears, just cooling that all that blood down that's in that massive body of his. I mean, elephants don't sweat, so they need some way of regulating their body temperature, and with that flapping, the wafting cooler air over that blood, so that air is then pumped all the way through the body, just cooling their body temperature down. But this is fantastic. Look at this. Boys playing in the swimming pool.
That's going to be one of the most beautiful sights on the planet, I reckon. Just fantastic.
Okay. We've just had a question from Anne in Rhode Island. Anne was asking why the elephants were putting sand on their backs. There's a couple of reasons for this, Anne. I mean, they'll use it to cool them down a bit, just to give themselves a bit of a dust bath. But it also helps to remove any ticks or parasites. So it's I suppose it's the best way to describe it is a bit of oh wow. It's a bit of an exfoliator, I guess. It's something that just cools them down a bit as well. So this elephant behaviour is absolutely fantastic. Oh. just going to reposition, guys, just so you can get a better view. Oh, there's a hippo in there as well.
Nice.
Just getting quite a lot of interference here. There's going to be a bit of a disruption here, so we're just going to change position slightly. Maybe get back down to where we were. So I'm just going to have to change position, guys, because the wind's just blowing a bit too noisily. Just bear with me 2 secs. Wind seems to have dropped a bit, guys. I'm just gonna say no, it's picked up again. I'm just gonna pull back so see if we can get a nice big picture of that male group of ellies and the little breeding herd that will amble down the side of the bank. Just bear with me. I'll just pull back a bit. Well, what can I say, guys? What a fantastic morning. We had a nice big sighting of Tingana, the male leopard, big breeding herd of buffalo, can't get my words out this morning, sorry, and what a way to finish. A nice big breeding herd of elephant with some very small ones and some big bulls showing must. Okay, anyway, enjoy your day. Thank you very much from Hayden, thank you very much from Reading Control Room, and thank you very much from Jason.
Thank you, guys.
See you all later, guys.